Okay, it's Sunday, May 3rd. It's the last day on the trail. I decided to sleep in my tent last night so I could really relax and sit back, snore, and sleep a bunch, and I did. So I'm going to get up and hike about 11 miles, and that gets me out of the Smoky Mountain to a place called Standing Bear Farm as a hostel. And there they'll have a shuttle for me that I've reserved to take me to Asheville to my car sometime tonight. So it's a long day, lots of downhill, one big uphill. It's an absolutely beautiful day outside already, and I'm looking forward to a great last day on the Appalachian Trail for this fall section hike. First, I'm going to pack my tent up and go on over and have some breakfast, and then hit the trail. All right, well, I'm about 2.9 miles in for today. This is Mount Camerer, and I'm not going to go the half-mile extra up to the lookout tower and come back again up there. It's a little foggy, and that'll add 1.2 miles to my day, so I'm not going to do that. But now I'm at 5,000 feet, and I begin the straight descent down now, down to Interstate 40 where the trail crosses, and that's where the Smokies ends. That's about 7 miles and change from here. So I'm at 5,000 feet. That's at 1,500 feet. So that's a 3,500 foot drop over 7 miles. So not too steep. And there's a spring up ahead. My map says I'm going to stop there for lunch, or at least a snack, and get a little bit more video. But absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. Fog's burning off. Bugs, lots of gnats. But beautiful, beautiful day, beginning this final descent now out of the Smoky Mountains. Well, I'm here at Davenport Gap Shelter. So I made it about 7.5 miles today so far. Stopping for lunch. Had a big old pack of salmon. And I'm going to have some cheese and some nuts and stuff. And then get back on the trail after a little rest here. Got 3.5 miles to go. I guess a little over a mile to the interstate, or to Davenport Gap, and that's where the park ends, and then under I-40, and then a little bit to the Standing Bear Hostel. And this is kind of a unique shelter. I'm not staying here, just stopping for lunch, but they still have the bear cage up over it, over the entrance to it. A lot of these shelters used to, I understand, and they've taken them down because people were getting inside and feeding bears through it, and the bears were getting used to trapping people in there until they fed them, said a few area hikers that I met. So probably not the intended purpose to the bear cage, but this one still has it. So maybe there's even a lot more bear activity in this area. I don't know. But I'm going to take a little break and head on, load up on some water. A lot of bugs and gnats and stuff here. I've noticed that as I'm hiking lower now, down to like 2,800 feet, it's a lot greener. Been walking through big patches of little crickets, little teeny crickets, jumping around, eating leaves, thousands and thousands of them. But definitely covered in bugs here, little flying bugs that didn't have at the higher altitudes. Things are greening up. The trail's been mostly dirt and a little bit of rocks. So much easier trail to make good time on. So if the trail stays like that, a couple more hours, 2.5 hours maybe, I ought to be to my destination. But I'm going to rest up here for about a half hour and then hit the trail. There's some deer up ahead. I've been seeing them along the trail and following the hoof prints in the mud. Haven't been able to get any closer than that to these, though. The ones up near the campsites are much friendlier and you can get very close to them, but here, as we get closer to civilization and closer down here to the road, they seem a bit more squirmish and not so willing to let you get close. Well, I am at Davenport Gap. This is the official end of the Smokies behind me. The Appalachian Trail continues up ahead. I've got 2.8 miles to go today, and about another mile up, I think, is the interstate, I-40. So a little bit further to go, but now officially leaving the Smoky Mountains, which were just filled with adventure and just beautiful and challenging. As soon as you cross out of the Smokies, it sure changes. All of a sudden there's pine trees and it's hot. Very funny. What a change as soon as you cross that road. And then for a while you're getting close to the Interstate 40 because you can hear traffic, and then all of a sudden the trail doubles back on itself, heads back into the woods. Now I can't hear traffic, and there's this really nice little waterfall here. Little creek coming through here. That is just beautiful. Coming right out from under the tree over there. Right up out of the ground. And the trail continues on that side. It's, I always think about the people that have lived on this for years back in the settlers' days, and the Cherokee Indian that lived in these areas for years and years before that, and depending on these creeks and streams and rivers. But I suppose as I get farther from this, I'm heading toward the interstate. The sound will be replaced by the sound of cars on the interstate again as we get toward civilization, or at least population. Perhaps this is more civilized out here, but it's just beautiful. You can see little waterfalls down here as you're walking, and this continuous creek. It's really quite lovely. Okay, all of a sudden I'm down here to a road, and I think I'm still on the trail. There's some markers, and yeah, this is right. Coming up on a bridge, and this little road here goes to a Interstate 40 underpass. Then back into the woods I go. This is the Pigeon River Bridge. Oh yeah, sure is. Pigeon River, there's some rafters. Okay, I'm on the right road. Wasn't quite sure for a little while. Alright, and onward we go. Alright, well, there's the interstate. I just crossed under it. Come up to a gravel road, and then here's the trail. It's not terribly well marked, but I gotta get back up the trail here. This gravel road also goes to Standing Bear Hostel, but that's not on the trail, so I'm gonna take the trail 0.7 miles, then it crosses this gravel road again, I think, and I go up it a little bit, and there's Standing Bear Hostel. So just about there. Only got a couple % left on my battery on my phone, so I'm hoping to get my arrival video there. But getting there. Be nice to get away from the noise of the interstate. I'm arriving. It's been about 11.5 miles today. I'm arriving now at the Standing Bear Hostel. It is the most beautiful place on earth, and here ends my section hike, 80+ miles across the Smokies. And I'm looking forward to resting here and getting a ride to Asheville. Hey, thank you. Here we are at the amazing Standing Bear Farm. Get a little video here. Bunkhouse. Check out these bunks. Very cool stove. Indoor still. That's a stove. Little porch area. Well, I got my shuttle ride to Asheville Airport, and I'm sitting in my truck. Yay! I just have to remember how to drive it now. And my wonderful wife left me a lovely card in the car. So I'm going to drive to my hotel and get a shower, find some food, and get a terrific night's sleep. Been a great day 12 on this journey. Can't wait to get back on the trail in the fall.